It's your boy Metal, and you got ACR in here with me.
Good evening.
Welcome
Good
to Volume
evening.
10, guys. You've made it, and it's Wednesday. You know what that means? You
Halfway
made
through
it
the
this.
week.
Yeah, yeah.
You're welcome.
Here you go.
You're
Our
welcome.
PSA.
I am I'm monitoring the chat here. Well, that's good.
Volume 10.
There we go.
There's. Hey,
Oh,
it's us.
that's I know those guys.
Hey, look at this guy. Man, that phone one, he's a dick.
Sister Krista,
Howdy,
good
Krista.
evening. Welcome to
That
episode
trailer, Volume 10.
volume 10.
10 of them
Oh, yeah,
already.
Bobby
B.
Bama. Good evening,
Demo
sir.
Man Don. Welcome, sir.
Look at all the cool kids just right in here like clockwork.
Just
Look
like
at that.
How about it?
Just like that.
And this
Well,
evening, I
again,
am representing the Mossy Oak Militia.
fan of the Rednecks, like all of them. Like it's great. One of the better ones. Let's see. Yeah, who else do we have in here? See if it's catching up. Having to do the phone for the chat. I agree with you. The phone for the chat works
It's
better
so much easier.
than trying to. I
Even like doing the StreamYard type stuff, having the phone to be able to do the chat, way better.
oh, let's see. Can y'all still see me? Oh, there.
Yep.
Okay, we're back. Okay.
Yep, you're there.
Yeah, it paused for a second there. It's kind of. Oh, we got Robert Ham. Good
Robert,
evening, sir.
welcome, sir.
All the cool folks. Again,
Yeah.
happy Wednesday. Happy
Happiest
Wednesday. And
happiest of Wednesdays.
and we've made it to Wednesday because the excitement that happened over the weekend probably had everybody wondering.
I got so much to say about all that, but I don't know if this is the right space to say that, so
So
I'm going to do
we'll
it on
pump
episode 58.
we'll pump the brakes a little bit there, but I think it will be. I think we'll probably skirt it a little bit. Maybe dive in there just a little bit there. Talk a little bit about some of the.
Maybe dip a toe.
Yeah, dip a toe. Got to check,
Dip a
feel
toe.
the temperature of the water.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know the best thing to do when someone's sitting there trying to dip their toe in the pool, you just fucking push them in.
Spartan
Just so
kick.
you know. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. This is cold water. Boom. Swimming. Just like that. That's how we.
Sink or swim, bitch.
That's right. Right.
Shit.
Sadly, if you've chained on those concrete shoes, that's kind of a problem. But
Don't wear
whatever.
Crocs near the pool.
Oh, we got demo man Don talk about the new mayor of New York.
I can get into that a little bit.
Okay.
I was like, something's really weird about all this. And the dude was born in Uganda. He's not even from the US. Not like, US national.
Right. He's
so to
an
speak.
immigrant.
He's an immigrant.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and okay, fine. I'm all about like proper immigration, everything. Everything's cool. However, DJ, welcome, sir.
Oh, good evening.
However, this cat seems to just come out of nowhere in what, like 21 or something like that. He ended up getting into the state legislature and started like doing his thing. But previous to that, he was a producer in the rap industry.
Really?
And he's running for mayor up there. Got the primary. He won that. Okay. He's a radical Muslim. One, too. And
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also how do I want to say it? My internet's being special again, so Guys, if I cut
Yeah,
out, I have another machine set up over here to swap. So
yeah. Well,
I don't know if I'm
I
still
guess
there or
that is
not.
the perfect segue into tonight's topic. And all right, I mean, y'all need to hold on to your butts for this one. That they might need the powder. Is the powder readily available?
Always.
Always. All right, gang.
Always.
For the first time in 10 volumes, first time in 10 volumes, our topic tonight, well, there is no topic. We I think for a collective of reasons, one of which, twin arrow survival. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Welcome back, Goon. Um, the society, the world.
GW.
Oh, good evening, GW. Awesome seeing you in here. The uh, the world has given us plenty of topics to discuss. Like it's been, and you know what? I am happy that a lot of the channels that well, a lot of the channels that I follow, such as Metals and Twins and Prepared C, and that, you know, a lot of people refrained from going right into fear mongering. There were plenty of channels that were doing that. There were plenty of channels
Yeah.
that the minute that happened, they were all over it. And some people, some channels were putting out accurate and useful information, and the others
Yeah.
were like, "You're gonna die!" Like they,
They got nukes. They're
it
gonna
was,
nuke our buttholes.
it was. I just, you know, I just kind of sat and watched, and I know on your live, which was already scheduled on Sunday, you tap danced around it. You talked about it a little bit. You brought some good information, but it wasn't anything crazy because there's
No.
plenty of crazy out there.
And even when I'm doing stuff long enough that even whenever stuff I'm covering these things, I'm not trying to fearmonger, and I don't want to fearmonger. I am not that guy. I want to know about things, to have a working knowledge about things, so that way, whenever I may have to deal with said things, I thusly have that same working knowledge. So I want to
Yep,
pass that working knowledge on to somebody else.
yep,
And if I
and
can do it with some comedy, I love doing that.
exactly. And we have
Howdy,
Grit and
neighbor.
Grace joining us. Good evening. Another another great channel, by the way. How's Meryl? Yeah,
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 and
Meryl.
tonight, guys, I'm not getting into the whiskey. Even though it's Whiskey Wednesday, I'm not doing the whiskey. I said on Sunday I'm not going to be getting heavy into the drinking copious amounts of anything. I'm trying to keep my wits about me on account of the world going to shit. So tonight I am simply having Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA. It's the first beer I've had since Saturday, I think.
Nice. Now you picked a good one though. You
I like
did.
those.
I
They're
am.
tasty.
Yeah, they are tasty. And that's one you should be able to find about anywhere. That they're out of Colorado, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So tonight, I know this is really going to probably be what knocks people's socks off tonight. Well, I just finished up some drip drop because I've been taking it easy for a while now too. In fact, last drink I had was with DJ the Metalhead Mercenary and this gentleman last Wednesday, and that's not. I didn't quit drinking. Don't think I'm a quitter. Calm down, slow down. It's not that serious. But the I've been one as Metal said. I'm want to kind of keep level headed here, just with everything going on. And two, um, I've really been railroading the intensity of my workouts by drinking them away. And so I've decided to just kind of take a break. And I think that's good for anybody, take a break from stuff. on occasion. I'm not quitting. I trust me. If I want it, I've got plenty of whiskey here and beer here.
Oh yeah.
My beverage choice tonight, as I said, I just finished that water. I got to supplement the alcohol with something, so I'm doing it with caffeine. So I'm enjoying a little bit of this Black Rifle triple shot, which is probably exactly what I need so I can get up at 4 a.m. let's drink a triple before I go to bed. So
you're gonna have to take a
kid.
Benadryl chaser.
That's right. Benadryl, NyQuil, melatonin. Wake up in a week. Oh my goodness.
You ever take a nap so heavy that you wake up on Sunday, you're 53 years old, and you have no idea where you are?
Call that time traveling.
Oh my God, man.
So it's funny you mentioned naps. Why is it when you're a kid, a nap is the devil, and as an adult, a nap is heaven? It is like, it's like, hey, what's your fantasy? And I'm like, a nap.
Right.
I fantasize about catching up on sleep.
Right.
Yeah. What about like 6 girls at the same time? Sounds exhausting. I want a nap.
I think I want a nap instead.
That's right. Right. And just so you know, Johnny Depp is back here just beating the shit out of me. Just so you know, he's like, that's bullshit. Whatever. Whatever.
Gerst's like, whatever, folks.
Yeah.
You know the real him.
Yeah.
No,
You're not my real dad.
You can tell me what to do. Tired of this shit, Grandpa. That's too damn bad.
That's right. Quit crying, do some push-ups or something.
But no, like the wife will say to me different times, I'm kind of like breaking my neck, head banging, and there's no music. She'll say to me, "Why don't you go take a nap?" I'm like, "No." Because if I take a nap, it's going to lead to me just going to sleep because I'm not waking back up until the alarm goes off at 4.
It's not a nap at that point. It's called bed. Is it?
I'm just going to bed.
I don't know why it is. And I'm pretty sure that is the stereotypical thing for anybody in a relationship, married, unmarried, but like, because like my wife and kids will do the same thing. Like they always say, Dad never makes it through a movie. Like, what? Yeah, sometimes, but a lot of the times, you get in that recliner, probably have a full belly, right? And
These don't help,
right? And then you're sitting back, and yep, you get the sleepy vibes, and you sir are in a deeper predicament because you get sleepy kitty vibes because you have cats. And that shit is stronger than melatonin. That's
you'll have a cat climb up on you and you are out. It's like they punch your time clock for you.
Yeah.
You couple that. I have a cat, she has a cat, and Mags climbs up in there between us and he's all cozy, sweet, squishy boy. You're done. You're done. Mm-hmm. But the cats love to take shifts. Charmy, the tact cat, she is the nighttime cat. We also call her the circle back kid. Because she will jump up, come up and get pets from us, on my wife, on me. Then she'll fuck off.
Because that's what cats do.
2 minutes later, she's back. She just circled back to get another round of love.
Yeah.
Sometimes she'll lay down on me because she's my cat. She'll lay down on me. Most of the time, she just fucks off.
Yeah.
But then Peach, her cat, little fat orange one, looking like Garfield gone right. She likes to take and be the sunrise kitty. They're sisters.
Okay.
The one's the nighttime one, Tacticat, black and orange and dark multicam. Then the orange one's Miss Sunrise. She comes to wake you up in the morning, but her idea of waking you up starts about 3:00 in the morning when she goes over to the closet door and starts pulling on the closet door. Ga-dunk, 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 ga-dunk. Then she comes over and starts clawing at the side of the bed. Get your ass up. She jumps up, and they always make that sound when they jump through that.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
And then they start kneading the bread, which is also your head or your face or your.
Obi-Wan is like the professional biscuit maker. He gets 4-wheel drive going, man. He
He's
gets all four going. It's like he's like doing a Richard Simmons workout or something, you know.
sweating to the oldies there. Yes.
But then like Peach, she gets into it. She makes her little donuts and stuff, and little Charney, she makes her little teeny tiny cookies. But
Yeah.
like Peach will get up there and then she'll just like curl up and make a loaf on my wife, and then she'll super cat out and try and keep my
Yeah.
wife asleep.
With those hypnotizing sleepy kitty vibes. We have some more joining us, mainly off grid.
Manly, what's up,
Good
man?
evening. Thank you
Sassy.
for joining.
Hi, Sassy.
Sassy made it in. If you haven't checked out mainly off grid, awesome channel. That is a great channel. I really enjoyed your video the other day with your little cabin walkthrough. That was awesome. That was a nice break away from work, I believe, when I was watching that.
And you know, per our conversation, mine and his, in my comment section earlier today, he's only going to be doing blurry videos from now on. He's going to become Sasquatch and go out in the middle of nowhere. But since he's out there, he's going to become the Sasquatch out there.
Yep.
Only blurry videos, because that's all Sasquatch does.
Bigfoot video. Yep.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Well, so go ahead.
I got a little tiny fun Bigfoot thing here.
All right.
So my one nephew, we call him the Bull because he is a massive human being. I swear he has Nephilim blood.
Okay.
He looks like a bigger, scarier version of Marcus Luttrell, but a great value version.
Okay. But the great value.
Like his arms are like as big as my waist. And he's like super tall and huge. Like he was shoulder firing, like dual wielding and shoulder firing 50s whenever he was over in Kuwait.
Gotcha.
He's massive.
Big old boy.
Like his hand, he could like pick me up by the top of my bald ass head. But
it's a baby metal. Whee! Peekaboo!
Uppies.
Uppies. Yeah.
But anyway, we're at my niece's graduation party out in the middle of nowhere at a state park. No cell phone service out there.
The best park. No cell phone service.
It's amazing. I love it. We're out there and like there's somebody in the restroom. And they have really nice restrooms out at this park. They got kayaks and boats and all kinds of nice beach and docks. I mean, it was beautiful. Beautiful. He's the size of roughly a fully matured Sasquatch.
Wow.
And he starts walking towards the woods. And I'm like, I look at his dad, my brother, and I'm like, where the fuck is he going? He's like, he's probably going to take a pee. I'm like, out in the woods, like here at the park with the, he's like, you know him. He starts walking. I'm like, where you going, Sasquatch? Where do you think? I'm going to find a tree. I was like, there's a forest. There's all kinds. Is there a specific one? Do you need help?
I only pee on birch.
And he right. And he just keeps walking into the woods, and I see him like starting to disappear, and I start doing the Sasquatch call, Chewbacca.
Yeah. You start throwing rocks into the woods and shit.
Next thing I know, trees are flying out at me. But he disappeared, and then he came back. He's like, "Yeah, I went to go pee, and I'm standing there next to this tree, and I think, okay, there's nobody around. I didn't notice there was like a hiking trail like 10 feet from me." He said this couple comes up. He's like, "Hi, guys," and he turns around. He came back, and I'm like, "Here he comes. Everybody take pictures of him. They're going to be blurry, but..."
And there's no...
Go back over there. Stand like this.
There's no disguising that, right? Like if a dude's peeing in the woods and like someone... Like you're not... That's like... You don't just stand like that. Like that just doesn't... Everyone knows what you're doing. Like, yeah. Good times.
I mean... Yeah, I mean... If you're out there watering a frog, you're watering a frog.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. Everybody knows it.
Yeah. Just
And the
women
guy's the
usually do
size
it.
of a Sasquatch.
Right. Women still
But
do
he's
it
got
too. They're just lower. They get lower to the ground.
they lower their center of gravity so they don't fall over as easy.
Right.
But
We're
yeah,
over
I
here
mean,
trying to write our name in cursive on a tree.
right? But no, he's like the size of Sasquatch, and he's standing there taking a whiz in the middle of the woods while these people are like walking by. And I'm like, how are you disguising that when you're that big?
That's right. It sounds like my sink faucet on full blast. Like
Literally, literally. But that's the
oh
Sasquatch thing. Didn't mean to
no,
derail or take an off ramp.
that's what tonight is about. I'll just catch up on the chat here. What I love about our chat is all the sidebar conversations. I try to catch up with that and see what people are doing and what they're talking about, because I do like engaging with everyone. I try to make sure that that's part of our niche right there. We're still we don't forget about you. You know,
tonight we're going to do our best to keep it to an hour, so that way you guys
yeah.
can go on about your evenings. He's got some other stuff he's doing. I got some other stuff I'm doing. So we're going to try and keep it in an hour. I did catch DJ's comment here. If you catch Sam Squanch cranking his hog in the woods, what do you do? One thing you don't do is offer him a hand.
That's yeah. That's well, that's what we call a sticky situation. That's right. That's a bad day right there. That's a bad day. Well, I was my work has been crazy. It's always crazy. I'm pretty sure I say that about every single time I get on camera in some capacity, but kind of adjusted some of my work hours and such, not by my choice. I'll put it that way. But I've been thinking about just the current climate of everything, trying to keep your finger on the pulse and everything that's going on. And there's the scenarios of things that can happen are endless. And again, there's the fear mongering and stuff. And I don't want anyone to think that that's what's happening here. But what I will say is that if you have a gun, you need to be carrying it. Now's the time where you no longer come up with excuses. And I'm not saying you need to carry, your Browning 50 cal in the back of your truck or anything. I'm saying whatever your everyday carry or your personal sidearm is, and if that sidearm isn't the gun that you're carrying, then you need to find the gun that is. And I'm not going to knock that. Like if that's a little pocket 380 because it's hot as shit outside, just carry something. Just carry something. And then maybe have some additional firepower close at hand. Maybe it's in a bag or maybe it's in your vehicle or something. But have some supplies and firepower.
And have spare mags for that pistol you are carrying.
Yes.
Don't just roll with the one in. At least have two spares with you.
Yeah. Especially if it's when we're talking those smaller guns. And I know like everyone has kind of like their own personal SOP on what they do as far as their concealed carry and stuff. Me personally, it's one in the gun plus two spare on my person. That's my minimum. And that's with, it's a Glock 19. So, I mean, it's not, maybe not, I consider it a full size gun mostly, but it's not a pocket pistol. But if you're carrying a pocket pistol, you need to at least have two spare mags because those little LCPs are only holding 6 rounds to begin with. And
yeah,
that's not, if I can carry in one magazine, what you carry in three. That's something. Uh, but
Right.
we need to. Oh, Pilgrim made it in. Good evening,
Pilgrim. What's up,
Pilgrim.
buddy?
Um, you need to work out. You need to work out all the kinks. Find out
Hey,
what
Mama Bear.
works. Oh, Mama Bear. Good evening. Howdy, howdy. Figure out what works. Figure out what. I will always tell you, male or female. I want you to carry on body. I want you to. That's what I prefer you to do. But if you can't, and you're wearing a sling bag or a purse or a crossbody or something, that's better than nothing. But just carry something, And it's, again, you're not sitting there trying to fight crime. You're trying to get you and your family out of potential shit shows that
Yep.
hopefully won't happen. And it's I don't want anything to happen. And again, I'm not trying to fearmonger anything, but it's one of those. Now's the time that if you've been saying, I should go through my get home bag, go through your get home bag. Like don't go through it.
Do it.
Maybe I should keep some water in my vehicle. You should go get some water for your vehicle. Like it's all.
I
Yeah.
hadn't used my water bladder. Well, actually, two of them. Hadn't used either one in quite a while. They were dried. What I did is I took them out of my bags because they've been sitting there for a while and haven't been used. I
Yep.
cleaned them out. I flushed my hoses. I did my due diligence with all that, hanging them up, getting them all dried out again, just because.
Yep.
Uh, Something opposite, so to speak, of that. Something different.
Yes.
I'll just put it that way. Something different that when you were talking about get home bag and going over your stuff, we all have important documents that we have to keep: birth certificates, social security cards, marriage licenses, deeds to house, titles to trucks, whatever. That kind of stuff you probably want to put in a fire sleeve bag and have it someplace easy to get to should you need to grab it and go.
And go.
Whether it be natural disaster, because we have all kinds of up weather right now, and we've been and we're going to have
Yep.
Lake Tahoe. Look at what happened there. If you guys didn't know about that, have you seen that?
I had not. I had not seen what happened to Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe, there was a basically pretty much like a freaking hurricane hit Lake Tahoe like that.
Really?
Blew all kinds of water out, like everything was like decimated around there. There's tons of info out there on it, so go check it out for yourselves. Do your homework.
Yeah.
But if you look at the weather mapping, they were even saying how that it was tracking in literally a straight line directly towards that, and that was literally the confluence of everything coming together was right there.
Really?
Um, we've had weather people talking about the cloud seeding and weather manipulation and stuff like that live on air and stuff too. We've had a
Yep.
lot of disclosure coming out about that stuff in the last year. So Twin can tell you about WNC. I mean, you guys with the crazy freezing and stuff in Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, we can tell you all about the storms and electrical crap up here. There's unprecedented weather, and it's not one of those things like, oh, it's just a cycle. It happens every. My
El
family's lived in
Nino.
these here Appalachians for generations.
Yeah.
Okay. I know as the elders have handed things down what the weather was like.
Yeah.
My dad was almost 100 years old whenever he died. So I got to hear a lot about that stuff. And
Yeah.
my grandfather before him was like up in his 90s when he died. So
Yeah.
weather's up, and you don't know if it's going to be a natural disaster or if it's going to be a man made disaster to cause
Yeah.
you to have to shit and get. So having documents ready to go
Yeah.
is a good idea.
I'm glad you brought that up. And I don't know if anyone's seen, I haven't seen him in the chat tonight, but Randall from Randall's Little Adventures just did a video.
Yes.
He posted it late last night, earlier this morning, where he pulled out his generators and fired them up and got them running. And so, and it was just a good, I like how he doesn't edit it. I'm not going to try to give any spoilers on his video, but if you watch it, you'll see, you know what I'm talking about, where when you don't mess with that stuff all the time and then you start playing with it, it's like, well, why the hell isn't this working? You know, and because you know what, the generators are like insurance, right? It's you don't want to have to use it. You know, especially, you know, well, there's some, I know Twin and Mama Bear thoroughly enjoy their generator, but yeah, but you know, those that are using it as not a primary, because there are plenty of folks that do use those as a primary. If you're do a lot of camping off grid, or dispersed camping and stuff like that, or you know, homesteading and whatnot. But if it's something that you don't use all the time, and you need to check it out, get it running. And I know DJ the Metalhead Mercenary was also talking about cycle out your water. You know, if you keep water in your vehicles, or even at your house, like it's one of those, because I'm in Texas, I don't have a basement, right? I've got the space that's in my house, and I have my garage, and I keep bottled water out in the garage. And let me tell you something, it is hot as shit in my garage.
Microplastics all getting all up in your testicles and stuff.
That's right. I'm sitting there
confetti,
peeing plastic pellets and shit. But
confetti, like I said.
Yeah, exactly. So I go through that stuff. It's one of those, if I, you know, use that stuff first, cycle it out, you know, go through the food in your, if you have a bag that you always keep in your car that has food in it, you know, maybe you're keeping like Cliff Bars or something like that. If they've been in there 6 months or a year, you should maybe, I'm not saying you can't eat them, I'm saying you should probably change them out. Maybe that's your snack tomorrow, where you put some new shit in there. And whatever you figure that cadence to be,
that's your penance for leaving it in there for so long.
That's right. Yeah. When you don't poop for a week, good luck to you. Or you don't stop pooping, whatever, whichever one it is. But go through that stuff. This is the time is now. You know, figure out what works. You know, maybe it's a matter of, and I think TMT was talking about this the other day on one of his lives that I caught on Replay Crew. Go clean your guns. Go clean them. Like you're well, Andrew, I can't do the voice you do. Andrew, I haven't shot it in like 6 months.
But Andrew, I haven't shot it in like 6 months, man. It hasn't been out of the safe.
That doesn't mean to be.
Why do I have to clean it?
Right.
Trump will save me. He'll clean my gun if I need it.
That's it. Or maybe it's
Magamel.
It's your everyday carry that has 17 inches of lint on it and in the barrel and everything. Like, it's not,
dude, that lint that gets in there and gets in, it's like concrete, dude.
It's so I'm gonna show something. YouTube, it's just a holster, just so you know. Do you know how much lint gets in here in these little grooves, and it gets on your sights, and then it gets in your, like, I'll take a damp paper towel and I'll sit there and I'll scrub these out, and I do it at least once a month. And about once a week, I wipe down my pistol, and I might not be taking it all the way apart, like field stripping it or anything, but taking a little bit of pick your poison, CLP, whatever you're going to use, break free, just wipe it down, get the dust off of there. And then, yeah. So get your stuff
and
cleaned up.
And the quantifiable amount of lint that is in there is all of it.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, did you freeze? Let's see, DJ the Metal. Yeah, put your boomsticks away clean. Exactly.
DJ brought up something interesting.
Lost sound on you there for a minute, sir. You still there?
Brought up the CERN Hadron Collider.
Who? Yeah, we got you. Who brought up the? No, I got you. You there?
DJ. He brought up. Yeah.
Okay.
You got me?
All good. Yep.
You good?
Yep. Are you
So you
good?
brought up the CERN Hadron Collider. I'm great.
Oh, hold on. We
No,
might be
DJ
losing.
brought up the CERN Hadron.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. There seems to be like a lag. It's a weird lag.
Hmm. It's probably the lizard head overlords trying to cut my streaming.
Those damn lizard people every time.
I was just bringing up the fact that he mentioned CERN and the
Yeah.
Hadron Collider and how weather gets funky every time they use that or HARP or any of the mobile systems that they use nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Just real weird. Real weird.
A
Has
lot
the
of
lag picked up or are we better now?
it's trying to catch up. It's better than it was a minute ago.
Okay, good. Hate a bag of dicks, Xfinity. I agree.
That was good. That's who I have
They
too.
keep telling me there's nothing wrong. They can't find anything wrong.
That's you know. It's funny is we have proof for at least 10 times on Wednesday that there might be an issue. Again,
Could be a problem.
I'm no uh I guess what like some tech. I'm not a tech when it comes to that stuff, but yeah,
I actually am.
yeah, he is. It's
I
it's
went as
something.
far as to get another laptop and have set up over here in the dashboard for Riverside. So if something goes down on this one, I have the other one over there that I can just like hurry up and plug in over here, and away we go.
Yeah.
Or away I go because he anchors if I fall
Let's
out.
see. Let's see. Trying to make sure the chat
Says I'm
keeping up.
lagging.
Okay, said it's good now. Pilgrim says it's good now, so that's good.
He said Lima Charlie, so
Yeah. So I don't have a hair tie in tonight to take out for like a dramatic removal. It's just it's just that.
Encino
That's
Man.
it's just yeah. So yeah, literally, I wasn't racing home from work today for this one. I was racing home. It did take me 2 hours to get home today due to construction. Uh, and then I got home and I've been back to my two a days where I do my rowing in the morning and my other workout in the afternoon, and I get out to the garage and do that, and then I'm watching the time and racing through a shower and trying to get ready. So life, right? Adulting, being
For real.
responsible. So trying to think of some of the other things. You know, if someone else wants to throw out a topic, unless you had something specific you wanted to speak on.
We were kind of getting into it there. Not even so much just even having your gun on you, having a way to cut, manipulate materials, some type of tools in your pocket. Um, Ranger Survival and Fieldcraft, Andrew on that channel is always talking about having a cutting tool, a combustion vise, cordage, and a snack in his pocket. I tend to agree with that, except I
Yeah,
don't go with a snack. I usually have tobacco or nicotine pouches, so that's my snack.
pick your poison.
Right? It's either on Zen or tobacco.
Yeah,
But having tools on yourself, having that EDC to deal with whatever situation, even if it's not the Klingons coming down with the Chinese to invade us and take all the lollipops from the birds and do whatever they do. Okay, it could be that, but it might just be something like I ran into here when we had the flooding. It could be something as simple as a tree down. Okay, well, I ain't going all the way back, and I need to clear this out. And there's a bunch of other people here. I got a truck. Have chainsaw will travel.
Right.
So having different tools. When he was saying about get it taken from your EDC, whatever you're carrying, getting to something with a little bit more to it, you can get those Apache cases at Harbor Freight for a fraction of the cost of
Well,
what Pelicans are.
like a sixth or an eighth of the cost, and they are fantastic. If I because I have several, and I also have Pelican cases. I have those as well, and I I used a lot of Pelican cases when I was in the service, and those things, man, they take a beating. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so do these.
Yeah.
I haven't, I mean, and I'm not in the business of like taking my crap and dragging it behind my truck down a gravel road or anything, but they they are watertight. I'm actually looking to you take one of those to build a kit for my canoe and kayak because I trust them that much.
Yeah.
But they make them for like a small EDC style kit all the way to hold things that go bang.
Yeah. They're from like a cell phone and battery charger, like a radio kind of size, lunchbox size, to something that's like a laptop size, to something that is rifle size, like you said. You can get the deep ones and you can put magazines in them, however you want to use them, whatever you want to use them for. They're great.
Yep.
But having a Pelican case or two, like one, maybe break your rifle down or something for storing it.
Yep.
You can throw your own lock on the thing. That way,
Yep.
nobody's getting into it.
Or
And
cable lock
maybe you
it
have
to
once.
your seat. Like if you have it in your truck, you can cable lock it. So I mean, if someone wants to take it, of course, there's a will, there's a way, right? But at least you're making it more difficult for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Buy yourself more time.
Right.
Your alarm's
Exactly.
going off in your vehicle and you're going to it. Buy you more time for that EDC to get out and do the thing.
Do the things. Yeah.
But having those kind of cases, even those Apache cases like that, are a great thing to have because cameramen use them. Guys that do different surveying use them. Construction, we use them. I mean, I can keep going on into like different elements that these cases appear in. You don't have to have your like Magpul stickers and all that kind of crap all over them and make them look
like a gun
you
box.
you could literally have like a rifle length case on there, stick a piece of duct tape on it with a Sharpie, right? Camera tripods.
Yeah.
They can't
Or,
see through it. I mean, I don't think they're Superman.
or like you said, be deceptive. I get that everyone wants their rifle ready to go, but you can, if you put it in half, I mean, it's literally 2 pins, y'all. Like it's and you've taken your footprint down. Now, like you said, it looks like a drone or camera equipment or whatever. In fact, I did a video, I think just either the end of last year or the beginning of this year with one of those Apache cases where it's my my Colorado box is what I'm calling it, and I have an EDC up there in Colorado, and I have firearm, mags, holster, knife, flashlight, multi-tool. I've got all the stuff that I normally carry. And if I fly up there, which we all know I'm not a fan of flying, but if I do, I fly up there and it's as simple as I reach out to one of my brothers or whoever's picking me up, say, on your way, bring that box. That way, as soon as I get off the plane, I've got all my stuff right there. So they're good boxes. And trust me, neither one of us are getting paid from Harbor Freight. Don't worry, there's plenty of garbage that Harbor Freight sells too. But those boxes and their generators are pretty legit too.
Their toolboxes are pretty freaking sick too.
Yes. Yeah. They're just like a Craftsman or whatever. They're nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've used a lot of Pelican stuff in my day. I did some ad stuff with Pelican many moons ago, and I have a lanyard they gave me. It's on my keychain. I always have my Pelican lanyard, but yeah, they're great cases, but they are way too overpriced.
Yeah. I mean, for a $30 Apache case from Harbor Freight, that same case for Pelican might be $200. And I'm not saying that, I'm not making up some bullshit. Like it's literally like 4 times as much. And Pilgrim mentioned, like guitar cases and stuff like that, sometimes doing the I don't want to say gray man, but like the disguising of it. I watched XXL dude.
In the hairy heck.
Right. XXL dude did a tennis racket bag for a rifle. I think it might have been like an AR pistol or something like that. Again, it's one of those, it's unless someone's in the business of stealing tennis rackets or something. I mean, because that's the thing. Like if someone's broken into your car,
what would you call that? A racket?
A racket, yeah. If someone's broken into your car, there's a couple things that like they're gonna rifle through your shit. But what made them want to go to your car? Did you have a bunch of like stickers on the front of your car saying Magpul and Browning and all that other stuff that says, "Oh, I've got guns and hardware in my car"? Like I have no stickers on my vehicle. Like it is a white truck that has a lot of dirt on it right now. But that's I don't want anyone, I don't want to give anyone a reason to break into my vehicle. But if you're sitting there advertising a bunch of different stuff, even things where you think you're being supportive, like the thin blue line and all that, like that gives them these people that are these criminals that make these marks. And I know this just because of jobs. You get a parking lot, and here's what they're doing. You have a parking lot, and let's take the Houston Galleria. I know DJ the Metalhead Mercenary is familiar with that area. It's a very prestigious area, a lot of high-end restaurants and shopping malls and shops. People that have their buck up like to go there, right? What'll happen is you'll get a couple vehicles of thugs, and typically they're in a vehicle that has limoed out tint, paper plates that are probably expired by 4 months or stolen. And what they do is they pull into a parking lot or a parking structure, whatever, and they park, and they wait for whatever police or security to make their round. And then these doors open up, and they're like little spiders, and they go everywhere, and they make their marks, and they come back, and they get back in their car, and they wait for security or police to make their next round, and they go out, and they bust out, and they've targeted whatever they go. Maybe they're getting your tablet, maybe they're getting your laptop, maybe they're getting your machine gun. I don't know, but that's what they're doing. But they're looking for those signs that you may have something in your car, and hopefully you're not dumb enough to leave a fucking iPad in your front seat. Like don't do stupid stuff like that. And I'm not trying to be an asshole. I mean, I am, but I'm trying to help you. Don't look. You can have nice stuff, but just don't show it off. Because that's what these people are doing. They're looking for an easy mark is what they're trying to do.
Oh yeah.
So that's my little PSA right there.
And you're 100% right. 100% right. Robert brought up about considering a lockable golf bag for flying.
That's a great idea. I mean, you can fly with firearms. It's not there's nothing against that. I just find it to be a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. And there are plenty of people that hunt. I've you see them, and they're taking the Pelican style cases, and they've probably got $2,000 rifles and shit in there, and it's locked up and everything else. But I think anything you can do to be deceptive and keep people from getting into your stuff is the key. Whatever that looks like, yeah. As long as it meets the TSA requirements, because if it's a lockable golf club bag, I mean, shit, golf clubs can be just as expensive as a rifle.
No doubt. I used to use my hockey bag from my hockey gear because we could lock it whenever we were traveling and stuff.
Yeah.
I used to use that a lot
The
because
baseball bags,
they see like CCM and Easton and stuff like that on. They don't.
yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a stupid freaking hockey player or whatever.
The baseball bags are same thing, because they have the longer section for your bat or bats. You know, they work well.
Yeah.
Anything you can do to wait, hold on. What do we got? What did he say?
Girth Brooks, John E. Depth, and Peter Long have something to show off. Ah, ah, ah.
Touche,
Yeah.
sir. Touche.
And Chris
Oh
made
yeah,
a good
Chris.
point too.
Yeah, yeah. I was just gonna say, don't put family stickers on your vehicle. Yeah, or stickers that show that someone might be deployed, or or
Figure families and stuff that shows they have kids, predators.
yeah. There's
Don't want that.
and just, I mean, for those of you that have little kids that go, that may not take the bus, you do vehicle pickups and stuff like that. Take those hang tags down, because the hang tags may say,
Johnny Depp Middle School.
that's right. Well, yeah, with the school, but then they also, like, the teachers are looking. It's like, oh, well, that's Andrew. He's here to pick up, Jackson. And because it has his name right there, and someone can take that information, and most educators are a little more on point with monitoring that stuff. Not all, but these people get this information. If they know what your kids look like, they start talking to them, and it's all bad. It's all bad. Just don't give anyone any extra ammo. Try to maintain your.
You're on YouTube here. Go and watch the GI Joe PSAs.
Yes.
They taught us 80s kids everything we ever need to know about that kind of stuff.
It absolutely.
And
did.
I always watch 80s cartoons at lunch break at my desk.
Really?
I am watching Mask. Remember that show?
No.
The Camaro that the doors flipped up and the wings went out, and they had the mask they could put on and like freeze stuff or like levitate or fly or whatever. The helicopter that turned into the jet. The maroon truck that had it was like a sleeper cabin. It like extended out and there was like a big mortar launcher in it. Motorcycle turned into a helicopter.
Okay, I do remember that. The motorcycle that turned
Jeep
into
Wrangler that opened up and the boat shot out.
Yes. Okay. So God, that's an older one. That didn't.
Yeah, man.
That didn't have a whole lot of seasons, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm down to like episode 21 now already. So they got quite a few shows on there, but
so Boomer Live, welcome.
Boomer Live
had the helicopter bike. That's awesome. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
I had the Jeep. I had Gator with Dusty, and then I had the Piranha motorcycle with the sidecar that was also a submarine with racks.
Okay.
He had the stiletto mask.
Okay.
You could shoot like blades out of his mask.
The I had it. So my thing were Transformers and GI Joes, and I will tell you, like right now, sadly my dad's no longer around, but I don't know how many Christmases he spent all night putting damn stickers onto the different GI Joe stuff, because like that was probably harder than the assembly of some of that stuff. Those damn decals, putting all that stuff on there.
My parents made me do all of it. If I wanted
Really?
it, I had to put it all together. I had to put the stickers on, you name it. Yep. They trusted me with it. It worked out okay. Yeah, it was G.I. Joe, Transformers, Mask, Ninja Turtles, Thundercats.
Yes. Voltron. He-Man.
Voltron. He-Man. the Robotech. I was into Robotech. And what was it? Jace and the Mechanized Warriors or something like that. That was a pretty cool show.
Wait, hold. So
They had these
okay.
vehicles and they'd like bolt on a bunch of different stuff too.
So I've been trying to maybe you. Oh, Big Bearded Warrior made it in. Good evening, sir. I'm
Howdy,
wondering
Seth.
if
Wait a minute.
wait, there was a show, and I have tried
Humanoids, yeah.
humanoids.
Inhumanoids. That was short lived,
Inhumanoids.
but it was cool.
So I'm trying maybe between you and the chat and everything, there was a show that I remember as a kid that I've tried to like jog my memory and Google some different stuff to see if like something will spark. And what I remember about this show, it was on Saturday mornings, like late morning,
Okay.
and it was like a team. It was like a couple of them, but they would go into this thing like a capsule thing, and I don't know if it like armored them up or something. Is that ringing a bell to anybody?
Did they have different weapons and they were like almost like knights or something like that?
Yeah, but more
And
like
they have like
sci-fi mech.
things on their chest with like different
Maybe
thing. Like I'm thinking like visionaries.
I don't think it was that. It was like an action show. It was not Savage. I love you, bro. It was not Power Rangers. It was it was before. Well, Power Rangers been around a long time. It may not have been before Power Rangers, but
Super Sentai was out way before Power Rangers. Yeah, I can
and it wasn't a
rock and roll
cartoon.
that.
It was a live action. It was a live action thing, and I just I'm sorry, Stell's barking at somebody right now.
So Saturday late mornings, they go into like this capsule room thing
No,
to
no,
get
like
their
so,
powers
like
and
it was. I
abilities.
want to say it was like a cylinder. So like I'd back into this thing and get the gear, and then you'd be like right here, and then someone. It was. I can't remember how many. We've gone way off course here, and I'm telling you, like you.
Centurions.
Yeah,
Centurions.
I'm gonna have to start writing some shit down because that's Captain Pow. That might be it. Captain. Someone Google this shit. Where's my phone? I don't know if it was Captain Power. That
To the secondary machine.
trying to find. Sorry, I'm trying to. What is all this here? I'm trying to.
Yeah, I don't remember Captain Power. I know Captain Planet. I've heard of Captain Power, but I don't remember watching it.
I'm actually literally writing this down. What? And you said Centurions?
Yeah, Centurions.
Because it had to be. It had to be late '80s. No, I don't think it was Mystic Knights Warrior. I don't.
There was a green one, a blue one, a yellow one,
No, I don't. I don't think that was.
and they
That
could
does not
like
sound.
get outfit with different things.
I want to say it was all like it was almost like mech, but not you know how like with like the Jaegers from where it wasn't like that, like it was like a literal mech suit. No, because it wasn't a cartoon, it was live action.
Oh, okay.
The Boomer, how many the Warrior the Village People? No, no, that wasn't it either. I'm gonna search these shows though here in just in a bit here. But yeah, if
You got
anyone,
my head going now too.
yeah. So anybody in the replay crew or anyone watching tonight, watch Star Blazers. What year was Star Blazers? I don't remember that one. But yeah,
Trailblazer.
anyone.
He was like a almost like a transformerish looking guy. Like cross him with like Brave Star, like and Silverhawks. That was another good one.
Okay. Because I want to say they might have been off planet. If I'm Teletubbies. Thanks, Robert. Yeah. Oh gosh. I'm so Boomer. Well, Stella just kicked in the door like the police. There, you coming in, Stella? Say hi. Uh, Boomer Live. I appreciate that. I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna look up Captain Power because that might be.
Oh, I think you're talking about Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, you, you caught me. You caught
Lawrence
me.
Fishburne.
That's right.
Yeah,
Invader
not...
Zim. Boy, I mean, I'm.
No, that's 90s.
Ohio Patriot. Good evening. Oh my goodness. Well, again, I appreciate everybody here, and if someone thinks of it in the replay crew and watches this and can throw it in the chat, I usually monitor because though this is on Metal's channel, I do come back and monitor the comments and stuff just to see if anyone has anything that's fun to talk about.
I think I found he's talking about Captain Power.
You think it's Captain Power?
It could be.
Boomer Live might be my actual like real life superhero because like when I tell you for like the last 15 years I've been trying to think of the name of that show.
Let's see if I can blow it up. And not blow it up by blow it up. I mean literally like make it bigger to see.
Oh my gosh, this coffee. So good. Just so y'all know. Probably won't sleep worth a shit tonight after drinking that.
Yeah,
I say that, but I'm actually that guy where I can have coffee and then I can go right to bed. Like, but it also helps keep me awake. Does that make sense?
See it?
That kind of looks. I'm gonna Google it after this. Is that?
Yeah, yeah, Captain Power.
Captain Power. Okay.
Captain Power is what.
Randall from Randall's Little Adventures. Good evening, sir. We were talking about you tonight. You're gonna need to watch the replay crew. We were talking about your video. Randall. Do what?
And it was all good stuff.
It was all good stuff. We weren't talking mad shit or anything. At least not this time.
No. No.
But we are creeping up on time this evening.
Yes, we is, unfortunately.
And I know this has kind of been a one-off for a lot of y'all. It's a little different, and but I think it was still a good live. I think it was a fun live. We talked a little bit. Sure. Had we had plenty to talk about. The last 15 minutes have been about Andrew trying to find a TV show. And Boomer Live says, I watched a ton of TV in the 80s, bro.
Same.
Well, yeah. That's
anything the old rabbit ears could get.
Right. Before. Well, I wouldn't say before. Cable's been around longer than we all think. It's just now everything's streaming. You know, I don't even have. I haven't had cable in over 20 years.
We haven't had it in 10.
It's just, I don't know, easier. And let's face it, because of awesome people like y'all, you're probably watching more YouTube than you are actual TV and shows. Not that there aren't some good shows out there, because I know Metal and I have been sharing some shows together. If you haven't watched Devil May Cry on Netflix, you are not living your best life. And I would also recommend Blood of Zeus. That has been a dynamite show.
Is it not freaking awesome?
It is very good. and then Invincible. I keep talking about Invincible, and these
Invincible,
are
yeah.
shows that my kids got me on, and it's like, holy hell, this stuff is amazing. Um,
Yeah, there's some pretty killer shows out there.
there are. If you, I think it's on Prime. It's called Flight Risk with Mark Wahlberg. If you haven't seen, it's a movie. It
Is it
is
Mark
really
Wahlberg or is it Jason Bateman?
no. It's Mark Wahlberg. Mark
Okay.
Wahlberg is the bad guy in that, and he it's an interesting look for him. Ladies, I'm sorry, he doesn't look super sexy in this one, but he has a good role. It's funny,
Jason Momoa, get rid of the beard. Different
right?
dude.
Oh, and DJ the Metalhead Mercenary said Spawn animated. Yes, I watched
Yeah.
I watched the first episode with my son, and then life happened, and my son binge watched the rest of it. So I've got to catch up to him. That one is pretty good. My wife's a big fan of Spawn. She's always loved that show, that series, that comic book. It's a good one. That's a very good one.
So next week, guys, we're gonna try to have a guest lined up to join us if we can make it happen. We're gonna do our
Yeah.
best. This is. Not quite sure if I'll be doing a live Sunday or not yet. Our grandbaby is coming up to spend the weekend with us.
Excellent.
And sorry, but I got to get my squish time while I can.
I
Because
get it.
her sister's going to be here in about another month or two.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so we've got to
Well,
get them baby squishes in while I can.
We'll patiently wait. So I wanted to do a special plug here for Metal. If you have not been listening to his Spotify podcast, you are missing out. TinMan-Metal on Spotify. He posts the episodes on YouTube. They range from an hour to 2 hours, depending on the episode. And it's one of those that I've been playing catch up because you're on episode you're about ready to record 58, right?
Yeah.
So you have 58, essentially over 58 hours of podcast to catch up on. And if you have a commute like I do, it's been great, especially with me leaving as early as I have been. Like I'm not making calls or anything, and it's a nice hour and a half of catching up on 1 to 1.5 podcasts. Great information, great banter, just good stuff. And because YouTube is kind of a fucker sometimes, you say the wrong thing, you show the wrong thing, you do the wrong thing. They slap you. There, it's just, what is that? They call that free speech? Is that what that is?
It is. It is guaranteed by the First Amendment, but nobody
It's
does
great.
anything
Y'all
to
need to go
secure
check
that
it out.
anymore. I thank you. I thank you for that, sir. Yeah, get ready to do 58. There is a lot of work that goes into those podcasts. A lot. Many hours of research so I can be as accurate as I can with what the interwebs allow me to research.
Yep.
And when I'm doing it, much like when I'm doing lives and here with you guys on Whiskey Wednesday, I just have little bullet points that I go from. I have to like retain that stuff in this fairly marginal bald dome of mine. So it would make think mind brain hurt sometimes would be.
Hey, Cajun. Good evening, sir. Kind of catching us
Yeah,
on the throttle
if
back.
you do get into there, make sure after you listen, hook your boy up with a 5-star review if you can. It's not hard. Just got to click thing and click 5 stars and
it doesn't hurt. It's nothing. You don't have to give blood.
What it does is it helps that show get deeper into the algorithm to get out to people that would love probably to listen to the show, but it doesn't pop up in their feeds. Much like YouTube, Spotify does the same thing.
Yeah.
Fortunately, with that, I was able to push a little bit harder with that with that show and get it out that I have a bigger listening base on Spotify than what I have here on the YouTube. But every little bit helps. because there's guys out there that have big names and everything. Nobody we know that you guys would know. I get into the conspiracy stuff a lot, like a lot of the big names. Like I listen to some of their stuff and I'm like, this is absolute dog shit. This guy's talking about like political commentary. His show is absolute dog shit. They're talking about cryptids and they aren't even pronouncing Sam Squanch right.
See,
You know,
yeah,
but
it's
it does help a lot.
yeah. And I saw Robert threw in the comments that he's looking forward to November. For those of you that don't know, November is the Texas meetup, where if you're able to make it out there, we will, myself and Randall's Little Adventures will be out at Mill Creek Park on Sam Rayburn Lake. We've got hold on, I don't, let me see if I can get my calendar brought up here. Unless Randall's going to beat me and throw it in the chat here. Where the hell's my calendar? Of course I can't find my calendar on this damn fucking iPhone. Anyhow, I think it's
Freaking iPhones.
It's my work phone. It's a pain in the ass. It's mid-November. It's the second week in November. It'll be a great time. Lots of good folks will be, you know, it's a fun park. It's outdoors. You won't be too terribly hot. And I know everyone's ready for that cooler weather. Y'all up north, we're ready for winter to go away. And then as soon as the heat came, you're like, it's terrible. But
I was not lying on my post earlier today.
Yeah.
I was arguing with Shrek over whose swamp it was in my underwear.
Right.
It was bad.
It's so Robert, how can you make reservations? If you go to if you do a Google search for Mill Creek Park, Texas, I believe it's in Brooklyn, Texas. It'll come up. It's an Army Corps of Engineers park. A section of the campsite.
What's up, brother?
Team made it in. Good evening. A section of the park has been closed off, which we learned thanks to Randall. 14th through the 16th. Yep, it's a Friday, Saturday. Everyone rolls out Sunday. It should be a good time. It will be a good time. Rain or shine, lots of stuff to do. Some.
I believe it.
What's that?
DJ's comment. Kandahar Giants in the basement of Ray Patterson. Probably. Exactly. But no, look forward to seeing everyone there. You were talking about, I'm not sure if I'm doing a live this Friday. I know I mentioned it the other day on my my short. Kind of throttling back. I might go to maybe 1 to 2 a month. Just because I enjoy these lives. I feel these lives are more informative and fun and everything. Whereas the Friday Night Live, it does have its place. It's definitely more chill and joking around and stuff like that. But it had been eating into a lot of other things, and so it's not going away. Don't fret. But we probably won't be doing it every Friday night, or if we do bring back a cadence, it'll definitely be more controlled. Probably not a whole lot of the 4.5, 5 hour live chats. So. Right. That one I went for like 3 hours that day. I was like, ugh. I didn't realize while I was doing it that I was on that long. But then after I got off, I was like, where did my day go? I have so many things I have to do. And I was up till midnight having to get up at 4.
Right.
I'm like, no.
Yeah. So,
no.
Well, gang, we did exceed our time, but I think it was good. We got some great stuff in the end here, the last 16, 17 minutes. I want to thank Metal for setting all this up. An amazing channel, amazing Spotify podcast. Go check it out. Enjoy it. We'll miss you this Sunday.
If you're not subscribed to this guy, and I thank him for being my MC and joining in here as my producer and helping me keep this stuff going, even whenever my stuff decides it's going to go.
It does that on occasion. It does. But hey, Xfinity says there's nothing wrong. Op's normal, folks. That's normal.
There was no collusion.
That's that's it.
Safe
That's
and
it.
effective. Free and,
And
fair.
right. As always, chat. Thank you. Thank you
guys.
for this is what it's about. Replay crew that goes in and watches this down the road. Thank you. It helps all the channels. It helps it's great stuff. And we wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for y'all. It's been
sure.
awesome. And 10 episodes, 10 volumes of this already. I can't believe it. I think it's been fantastic. So
we'll catch you back here next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central his time for a volume 11 of Whiskey Wednesday. So any final words?
that's it. I hope you're welcome for getting you through halfway through the week. We'll catch you next week's a short week. It's a holiday week. So I'm sure we'll have some fun stuff to talk about. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, I'm sure we will because I'll be coming off of 58. So
yes, it'll be spicy.
Right. Get those butt cheeks tight. Get them tight today.
Yes.
I had to drop it once.
You have to. You have to.
I had to.
Everyone, Metal crew, good night. Thank you all. And we will see you next Wednesday for volume 11.
Got nothing else for you.
All right.
Final thing. Netanyahu swallows.